Radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Well, what do you know? It's Coffee Ann across the world and around the nation. Dave Richards here along, and I've got some friends in the studio this morning, I'll tell you. Joe will be with us momentarily. He's in transit. And, of course, he's coming up 146, so do I have to say more? ETA is unspecified. All right. And so, let's introduce, first of all, Bill Gately, right across the table from me over here from Henry's Auto Service here on Park. I said that wrong, didn't I? Is that auto?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Henry's Auto Repair.
Auto Repair on Park Avenue here in Woonsocket. We're just so delighted to have Henry's in the neighborhood. I told you that. First words I ever spoke to you. We are so glad that you're here. We needed a great mechanic in the neighborhood, and it's really great. So you're doing really well over the place and everything. And of course, you're giving back. Henry's Heroes. We've been talking about it now for weeks and weeks, and today's the big day. You brought along some friends here. I'll have you introduce them because you have to get that microphone somewhere close to you. Get it in the same time zone, will you please? All right, thank you very much. Bill, who you have with you today?
Immediately to my left is Jim Collins. Jim is the president of New Englanders Helping Our Veterans. To his left is Craig Chapman, who is the vice president of New Englanders Helping Our Veterans.
So you brought all the brass with you today.
I brought the heavy artillery, so to speak.
Oh, so there's Jim over here? And over there is who?
Craig.
I thought that's the name he gave me earlier when he introduced me to it.
That it is.
I'll give you his real name.
All right. Well, Bill, I like to be lighthearted and joke around and stuff like that. It's a very happy time. But this is serious business. There are veterans out there who serve their country. They've done their part. They've used a portion of their years to help keep us safe, do whatever their superiors told them to do, that they felt would keep our country safe and along the proper lines, and to protect our friends as well, because our friends are often there for us. It's not easy work. And after they've given a portion of their lives, some of them a whole career, and some of them just the minimums to doing that work, we're very, very thankful that in this day and age, they are appreciated as they weren't appreciated at the end of the Vietnam conflict. I was in that age group, and it was kind of embarrassing the way we treated the veterans then, but very much proud of the way America has rallied around and realized that that was the wrong thing to do. And so now we have Henry's Heroes recognizing veterans in the local area, and in your line of work, you get automobiles. You see them every day because you repair them every day. Every now and then, an automobile that's still useful is no longer needed. And you set this thing up, Henry's Hero, so you could take that vehicle and have it donated and then go through it 100% from bumper to bumper and make sure that it's in great working order. It may be an older car, it may be a less older car. It's always a used car, right?
Correct.
Right.
Correct. They're not brand new by any means.
No, but they've got plenty of years left in them, and they could go to help someone who really needs them. And then when you hooked up with Jim over here and Craig at Nehov, you now have a mechanical way of finding veterans and vetting them for their need so that you can get the cars to them. And that'll happen later this month. We'll talk more about that a little bit. And I'll stop talking now and let you describe the whole thing. And we will be drawing in a few moments for 5 cars. Or wait a minute, no, we're going to do it a little differently. There was some drama last year where somebody was drawn on the air, but they didn't qualify or something like that. Yeah. So
right,
why don't you tell us about that? 'Cause so you're going to do it just a little differently, and it's going to end up the same way.
It was basically a misunderstanding on our part. As to how we promoted it to people. This is for veterans that are in need.
Right.
I'm not looking for a veteran that has, a $500,000 home. I'm not looking for a veteran that has a $90,000 truck. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for a veteran that is truly in need, whether they need it for doctor's appointments, whatever the need may be. And you guys feel free to jump in here at any time. So that's our goal, is to pass it on to somebody who needs it. Last year we had somebody that didn't need it, and we spoke to him, and he graciously bowed out of the raffle, gave us back the car, and we actually passed it on to a veteran that was in need. So it worked out.
The way you're addressing that is you're going to do winners and alternates today, right?
Correct. We're
So
gonna
actually 10 names will be drawn.
We actually have 5 cars this year, which is
Yeah, that's a
in
big.
all
That's
honesty,
the first time.
I could have had 7.
Really?
I have 2 for next year already.
Well, there's a
but
lot
I
of
have-
people behind you in this effort.
I only have so much time here.
I know. I know.
I still gotta stay in
And to
business.
award them, you have just so big a
Much
space
room,
in front of
correct.
the this front of the shop to put in more cars than 5. I don't know how you're going to fit them in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fit the ones you got now that you're repairing. But when it comes to the awarding day on the 23rd, we're going to put 7 cars. My goodness.
No, we're just gonna put 5 somewhere. We'll figure it out before the day comes.
That's good.
Again, as we already alluded to, these are not brand new cars.
Right.
They might have a ding or a dent somewhere, but we've gone through them mechanically 100%. Every single car will pass any state inspection in the area, Mass, Rhode Island, Connecticut. We actually have people from Mass, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and I think that's it for the New England states right now.
Right.
But comparison to last year, we had 32 entrants,
Yeah.
160 this year.
I'm not surprised.
It's due to you yourself putting the ads out there and letting people be aware of the program. And Channel 6 also put it up on their website, and it
That's
just
nice.
blew up.
That's nice.
It blew up. So we have 160 applicants. These are used vehicles. People need to understand, yes, they are going to have mileage on them. We have a Subaru that's only got 71,000. But we've got a Nissan Pathfinder that's got 173,000. But we've gone through them mechanically. They're mechanically sound vehicles.
Great.
So.
Well, if you need a car, and it's so expensive to get a car these days, this is going to be a big help. Melissa has just joined us. Hi there, Melissa.
Good morning.
Let me turn your mic a little louder. Okay, there you are.
Good morning.
All right. She's been responsible for putting up all the stuff on our social media.
Does a hell of a job, too, I got to tell you.
Yeah, she does. Very good. And Joe is lurking around the building. Get yourself a cup of coffee or a bottle. Oh, I got you a bottle of water over here, Joe. But I ran out of chairs, so you have to grab one and bring it into the studio. All right. And Melissa, do you have your coffee and everything?
I do.
All right. You grab it from the bottom, grab the clip from the bottom, and turn that up. No, that's the wire.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what we're looking
There we
for.
go. Here we
You got
are.
it now. All right, and we'll get Melissa in there on the shot too. Okay, very good. All right, so that's the basis of everything that we're doing, and time is wasting, so let's get right to it. I'll hand things over to Jim, is it,
Yep.
to start the drawing? Okay, go ahead, Jim. Let her rip.
Okay. Want me to pull?
Yeah, pull
We
one
can
out.
pass it.
Craig is
Yeah,
going to
We'll pass
pull.
it down. I'll
Pass
pull.
it down, bing, bing.
Oh, that's right, you got a box.
We got a big
Yeah.
box here.
We're not-
So
Oh,
everybody
my
knows we
goodness,
got-
look at that. There you go. Look at all that.
160 names in there.
And slips of paper.
Slips.
As we said, we're not going to give out the names yet. Once we get everything verified.
Just want to make sure, because last time you gave out a name and it didn't go to that person. I
Right,
get it.
and what we'll do is once I have all the names, I'll notify you of all the names so you can.
Okay, and you're
Proceed with
marking
it. I'm marking
in
them
what
as they
order
got
they
pulled.
came out. That's good.
Because what's going to happen on the day of the giveaway
You want to pull one for Mr. President?
is they're going to pick an envelope from me. The first person pulled will pick the first envelope. Whatever title's in the envelope is their
I
card.
remember you did it that way. So which car they get is the luck of the draw when they come to receive a car. They know they got a
Well,
car, but they
Melissa
don't know
to
what
pull one
kind.
Correct. And just while they're pulling the numbers, we can go over them a little bit if you'd like. First one we're going to be having is an '08 Nissan Pathfinder. That's got 179,000 miles on it, but again, fully gone through. We have an 11 Subaru Forester with only 72,000 miles on it. We have an '03 Toyota Camry. This one's a little bit of mileage, got 212,000, but again, it's already been gone through completely. We have, some people will like this, some people won't. Not a fan myself, but we have an '08 Mercedes-Benz that is also being given away. And last but not least is an '09 Toyota Corolla with 125,000. So they're all in good shape, all ready to go. All right, so we've got our top 5. Now we're going to do the alternates.
All right, so the first 5 have already been drawn here, and now we're going to draw 5 more as alternates. in case something goes wrong with one of the first 5.
Right. There were some requirements we had out there, such as they needed to do proof of service. Some of these vets have so much going on.
Yeah.
They missed that part, so we'll give them another opportunity when we give them a call if they were one of the first 5. And if they can provide what we need, the car is theirs. If they can't, we'll move on to an alternate.
It's got to be exciting, Melissa.
It is.
Reaching in there, pulling out names for
One
cars.
more.
Let Dave pick one.
Ah, there you go, Dave.
Oh,
You can
okay.
reach in and grab
I'll
it.
do one too.
Joe misses something.
way to the bottom.
That's what I did.
This is one. This is one right there. I'm gonna
There we
shall I
go.
hand it right to Bill.
Yep.
All right, there you go.
And I think that totals up 10.
That is 10. We have them all.
We have them all,
We'll
and
be
we
going
heard
back-
about the cars. Can you briefly say what states they're from? Does it say on those papers? No, it doesn't say on those papers.
From looking
Those are
at the
drawing papers.
addresses,
Or area codes.
no, just the addresses, it looks like we have Rhode Island,
We got Rhode Island. Okay.
Rhode Island, Rhode Island, Rhode Island,
Yeah.
Oh.
And
and Massachusetts, it looks like.
Okay.
Another Massachusetts.
All right.
So it looks like Massachusetts, mixed between Massachusetts and Rhode Island.
very good.
So again, we'll get these all squared away. We'll notify the winners. We'll have an event at Henry's 1068 Park Ave.
Hey, talk about that again.
So that'll happen on Saturday, the 23rd, from 12 to 2. We'll invite all the winners down. We're going to invite all the donations, the people that donated the cars down, and anybody else who wants to come down. Basically, it's going to be a cookout with some raffles to support NEHAV.
Yeah.
And just have a warm, fuzzy feeling by the end of the day, giving out 5 cars.
And a radio and TV broadcast.
Yeah, I hear they'll be there.
Yeah.
I heard that through the
We'll
grapevine.
be there. Just we can't do too long. We'll be off because I got to be somewhere at noontime. But we'll
Yep.
be there just before 11 o'clock. We'll go on.
I just wanted to touch on one more thing that just happened actually 2 days ago. One of my customers came in. He actually went to his lawyer and willed his car to us.
Whoa.
So if anything happens to him or at the time that he passes,
Yeah.
his car will be donated directly to this program.
Nice.
Which I thought was it was a little different. Took me back
Sure.
at first, but you know that's how strong a program this is becoming. People are really supporting it. So
Yeah.
you know we can't do anything but thank them for that.
And we can't thank Henry's enough for getting off the. I mean, I don't want to get too much into this here, and I'll take the camera off you in case you start crying or something. But seriously, I know how busy you are there because you're right here in the neighborhood on Park Avenue, just 3 blocks, north of Park Square. It's a busy, busy place, and we go by. And I don't know how you churn out all those repairs all the time. There is an enormous, enormous number of cars that go through your place. It's like you're busier than one-armed paper hangers all the time. And yet you still take the time out to fix these cars up so they'll be a number 1, so you can just give them away. You don't make a buck on it.
It's for me and my wife who own the business. It's a priority for us to do this
Yeah.
every year. And I've got these 2 guys behind me that back me up. So my techs are great. They do what they need to do. I mean, we got some work ahead of us before Saturday. We got to detail 5 cars. You know, they're mechanically
that's right.
fixed.
That's right. You want to buff them up. Yeah.
We still have to detail them
Call
inside
10
and out.
people in to help us.
I know 5 that would probably
Careful.
show up.
Jimmy's going to give you a sponge.
Oh, don't worry. He's already got one with his name on it.
All right.
Dave,
Well,
I'd just
if
like
I
to
could-
thank
Yeah.
everybody in Woonsocket that's
Yeah.
been helping us donate raffles to this thing also.
That's right. There's prizes.
Just
yeah.
about every business in Woonsocket I've gone to has responded to Henry's Heroes.
Really great. Craig, did you have anything you wanted to say?
If I could just add in, so Bill is also the secretary of New England is helping our veterans.
Oh, I
Actually,
see.
treasurer.
So we got all brass here. today.
Treasurer.
All right.
And, Bill,
Phenomenal.
this is the 3rd year I've been involved with the program. And, Bill really puts his heart and soul into everything he does for the veterans. And this program has, reached bounds that every year we're getting bigger and better. I think the first year we had 1 car that was raffled.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we moved up to 2. Last year was 3, and this year's 5. So
You skipped
not-
4.
Yeah, we skipped right over 4. So, and Bill's, techs put in their own time. He donates their labor.
Yeah.
We have a community pulled together that parts are donated for the cars.
Yeah, I gotta mention Raps Autos Parts in Woonsocket, Napa.
Yes.
They donate.
That's Cumberland Hill Road, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
And they donate
Nice
any of the
guys.
parts we need. If we have to go for used parts, they're donated by Woonsocket Auto Salvage. So there's a lot of Woonsocket community-based businesses supporting this program.
All right, that's super duper. And I just want to make sure that everybody understands too that Henry's Auto keeps the ONTV truck on the road.
We
And
do.
That's right.
And those
And-
headlights you put in for me, I bought some headlights at Napa on Cumberland Hill
Yeah.
Road. I never had a chance to put them in, and then it was in for service. And he says, "You want to change those headlights?" I said, "Yeah, they're in the compartment in the back over there. I keep meaning to do it." What a guy! Can't thank you guys enough, and thank you for doing all of this. There's some very excited people out there going to be getting some telephone calls very shortly, and then we'll see you on the 23rd, right in
Sounds
front of
good.
the place, Henry's Auto there on Park
Open
Avenue.
to anybody who wants to stop by.
Yep.
Yeah, just drop on by. There'll be food,
Absolutely.
and prizes
Raffles
and stuff
and-
like
Yeah.
Right, very nice, guys. Thanks an awful lot. Be safe. God bless you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thanks,
And
Dave.
and you know, there's another veteran coming in at 8:30. Richard Lane from Post 85.
Okay.
They said Monday was Veterans Day. Today's Veterans Day on Coffee.
Around here it is.
Veterans
It
Week.
certainly is.
Veterans Week, yes.
All right, thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, we have to take a little break. We'll be right back with more coffee. And Joe is here. You'll be hearing him shortly.
In a world where good food, friendly faces, and unforgettable memories collide, there's one place that stands out from the rest. Gators Pub is proudly celebrating 35 years of excellence in North Smithfield. Join us at Gators Pub, where every visit feels like coming home. Our secret to success? It's simple. Our super friendly staff and mouth-watering dishes prepared fresh daily by our talented chefs. Sink your teeth into our delectable lunch specials from Monday through Thursday and savor complimentary soup to warm your soul. Enjoy the game day excitement with multiple TVs showing the Boston Red Sox while indulging in classic appetizers like our famous potato skins and pita chips. Looking for a lively atmosphere to watch volleyball games? Look no further. Pair it with our juicy burgers or the latest cocktail creations to elevate your experience. Gators Pub, your ultimate destination for good times and great food. Come and celebrate with us at Gators Pub on Route 102, just a mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Make every moment memorable at Gators Pub, where good friends and great flavors meet. Remember, there are no strangers at Gators Pub, just good friends you haven't met yet.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
We're local and live at 99.5 FM, ON, AM, and FM.
Now, where was I? Before I was rudely interrupted by the morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Joe Callahan, and welcome into the Coffee and program. Nice to have you all with us, and the great having Bill and his and guests on here.
That was
Melissa,
so great. Yep.
giving away the cars, and
Yep.
and I'm sure those people will be very excited that got their cars, and
It's such a great program. I've been there the last few years to see the veterans actually, pull their
get their keys.
get their keys to their cars, and they were so excited. And
Now the cars
It's-
haven't been assigned to
Correct.
the people yet. That's going to happen on the 23rd, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's
so
always
they
pretty cool.
they pull they pick I think all the registration and all the papers are in a folder,
Yeah.
and they pick one, and yeah.
And then they'll just pick like numbers. Okay, I get to pick first,
Oh,
and I get
yep.
to pick second,
Yep.
and then third, and then
Yep.
down the line.
Whomever's name was picked
Yep.
first goes first, and
And
et
they
cetera, et
just pick
cetera.
up.
Yeah.
I get the Nissan.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. So,
and they
wow.
get first choice, right?
So that's really cool.
yeah,
That's great.
and to have 5 cars, I mean, that's
and,
a lot.
And he's already got 2 for next year.
Yep,
That's
yep.
I guess we're doing it again next year.
Yes,
so that's,
right.
So that's really cool.
It's fantastic. I mean, transportation is a big deal. When
Oh,
you,
sure.
When you don't have it, you have a really hard life,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just, you can't even go to a doctor's appointment, without trying to
look-
figure out bus
look-
schedules and whatever.
And look what Rich Lane does
Yep.
with Post 85, and that's great.
Yep.
But let's say I call and then you call, and we want the same date.
Yep.
And then
Whomever calls
whoever
first, right?
first
Yeah.
gets that date, and then the other person, well, you're out of luck. We already the car's been assigned for that
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
So,
Life is exponentially harder without
yes.
transportation.
It is, and you don't know that until it's taken away from you.
That's right. That's right.
All right, I heard Dave when I was on my way in, and they were all chuckling because I was coming up Route 146, and he was absolutely right. I was coming up 146, and boy, what a difference! I come in around 5:45, 6 in the morning, coming up 146, and it's a breeze. Let me
Yes.
tell you.
Not
Boy,
right now.
At 7:45, 10 minutes to 8, it's not a breeze anymore.
I know.
Like, and you sit there and you wonder, because I'm literally sitting there, why are we stopped?
Yeah. Why
Why are we
we're on the
stopped
highway.
on
Why
146?
are we stopped?
I'm stopped right
Why are we
where-
going 5 miles an hour?
Right by on 146, right by where Majestic Motors used to be.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
nice big empty building now, but I'm in, and luckily I got over to the left-hand lane. I'm like, but why are we stopped?
Yep.
No, and there's no reason for it. But
Absolutely none. No, because
but-
you're supposed to keep going.
that's the whole point of the flyover
The
bridge. is
flyover,
that you
yeah,
don't have to
right.
stop.
Right.
So what are you gonna do? So, but anyway, we got through it, and everything was just ducky and just wonderful. So, all right, moving things along right now, and Rich Lane will be in about 10 minutes or so. We'll talk to him about what's going on over there at the Post 85. So are they already talking about Gina Raimondo for possible run for president? Is that what I'm seeing? Is it what do you call, what's an emerging leader in the Democratic Party?
I'm not sure.
Okay, the big article in the New York Times describing her as the emerging leader poised to take over the Democratic Party. She's taking over
The entire party.
the entire thing. It's all
Yeah.
going to be hers. Jockeying has already begun over who will lead the opposition against to the Trump administration. Raimondo is seen as a rising star in the Biden cabinet and characterized her as a longtime favorite of Democratic Party donors. So there. I wouldn't put it past her. So
I mean, yeah, she absolutely has
Oh, yeah,
aspirations,
yeah.
right? So
yeah.
Yeah.
Look for her to be the to run next time round.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Give it another.
We're
4
already
years.
talking about that. It hasn't even.
I know, but that's fun.
It's been like 10 days. Not even.
We haven't, Trump hasn't even been took
I
the oath of
know.
office
I know.
yet.
I know.
So.
Yeah, I have election fatigue, so.
I'm not at all surprised to hear that, by the way.
No, I'm not
About,
either. I'm not
about
either.
Gina, so long to our friends, but I'm not at all surprised to say she is the most Pelosi-like person I think I can say that I've actually met.
Is that a
Raimondo.
what's a Pelosi-like person, Dave?
Ambitious.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Not pleasant, ambitious,
Not pleasant,
single-minded.
Okay. Straight
Yeah.
ahead. This knows what she wants, knows how
And
to
when
get
we
it.
say ambitious, everyone needs ambition.
Yeah.
But you can go too far when your ambitions and wishes are more important than anyone else's. And that's the way I read our former governor, whom I met and worked with on a couple of times. And I was really happy to see her leave the state of Rhode Island.
She was here once. She came to the radio. She was here once.
Yeah.
Running for governor. She came
Yeah.
up here and talked with Don Burnell for a little while.
Yeah.
So, before we go any further, Dave, we do need a first message or a message from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
You're absolutely right, Joe. We need one. So let's get right to it. Oh, no, that's an email from Rich Elaine. I think we need to... Oh, hi, Rich. How are you?
All right, you get my email?
I got your email
Apparently,
right
yes.
over here. So, but we've got a couple emails in our inbox from the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. There's one we have here from the Chamber, that's the list. And we get that one a lot because the list of what's going on in the local area. And let's see, I gotta hit this, click like that, there we go. It's just my computer. I just turned it on. Upcoming Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce events. All right, so let's see. Can't be displayed. What's wrong? I don't have the right internet here. I run the place. I built the place. You think I could get the internet to work here? There we are. That one right there. Thank you. It just went on the wrong network, so I couldn't get to where I was going on my emails. Let's see now. Eggs and Issues breakfast was yesterday.
We missed it? Okay.
Missed it yesterday,
Moving on.
8:30 to 9:30. You can tell I'm playing catch up here. And speaking of catch up, you might want to bring that to Phantom Farms Brewery with a networking pop-up. That's coming up next week on the 20th. That it would be, what, Wednesday? Is Wednesday? You've got the calendar, Callahan.
What are you looking at? What date?
20th.
That would be Wednesday.
With
Yes.
see?
Yes, yes.
There you go. From 4:30 to 6:30 in the afternoon in Cumberland, Phantom Farms Brewery. Have you been there, Joe? I know you go to Phantom Farms with
But
some
the
frequency.
brewery is not at Phantom Farms on Diamond Hill Road.
Oh.
It's south. It's down by where the Boys and Girls Club is. It's on Martin's. No, it's not Martin Street. Anyway,
It's south.
It's south, and it's where Davenport's restaurant is. There's a light right there.
Oh, yeah.
Take that left or right, whichever way
Broad
you're
Street?
coming. It's not Broad Street.
Okay.
But it's off Menden Road,
Okay.
and you go down that street, and it's
Phantom
I think
Farms
it's basically across the street from where the Boys and Girls Club is.
So it's not the farm, it's the brewery.
yes, it's
Yes.
two different
Yeah.
locations.
4:30 to
Right.
6:30. It's a networking pop-up. They used to call them business after hours and stuff like that. But that's going on. You could register if you had the email there in your computer and you had your internet working. Expo tables are available for the holiday open house, which is coming faster than you think. It's less than a month away now on December the 3rd. And let's see, December the 3rd is a Tuesday, if I remember, correct? Yes.
Yes, it is.
Sure it is. And it's at Bally's Twin River Linking Casino Resort, 5 to 8 p.m. We know the date pretty well because it was a conflict date with the inauguration for
That's right.
Woonsocket City
City
League.
Brand new
Council, yeah.
city council. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll all be sworn in on December the 3rd. So maybe they'll go here and then they'll go over to City Hall to get sworn in. So that for the next 2 years they can get sworn at.
True
No,
story.
they
True
wouldn't.
story.
It's,
Been there, done that.
it's an old joke. It's an old joke. And then, of course, on December the 10th, exclusive tour of Tidewater Landing Stadium. Now, not everybody's on board with this thing yet, but I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it grow up. I know the people who are doing this at the Rhode Island Football Club. And this is,
It'll
you
be-
know,
they
in the
say it'll
years
be
to
ready
come,
in,
people are going to say, wow, that really was something.
Yeah.
And I wasn't paying attention because I don't care about soccer. There's so much more than soccer involved in this thing. You wouldn't believe. Concerts, assemblies, graduations, stuff like that. This is a venue they're building. And the Rhode Island Soccer Football Club is doing very, very well with its temporary digs. It's just got a good team, and I forgot what they did just in their last game. But they are doing very, very well this year for a startup club. Very nice. And that's coming up on December the 10th, 8:30 in the morning to 10:30 in the morning, an exclusive tour of Tidewater Landing Stadium. Just another thing that the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce puts together for their members. You will enjoy it. Become a member. Call 334-1000. Find out how they can work for you.
All right. Well, you don't want to be on this list, but Rhode Island man is now on the U.S. Marshals list of the 15 most wanted fugitives. Wow. Dave, you did a very good job saying his name. This is a tough one. He's 48 years old.
Yep.
Olawusi, I guess that's
Yeah,
his last name.
That's his last name.
He's charged with murder and 2 counts of inflicting serious bodily injury to a child, to a 3-month-old child.
6.
Says 3 right here.
Close enough, yeah?
And they think he's in Nigeria.
Oh, wait a minute. There's another story. There's a
Yeah, that's
six-month girl.
the Woonsocket
Sorry.
the person that had the 6-month-old
okay.
situation. But this is a 3-month-old that passed away, and
Gross.
they think he took off and using his Nigerian.
Well, they have
passport,
records that he
and
left the
there
country.
he goes. Yeah. So they would like to bring him back and face.
So we
official
should
judgment over
talk to our diplomatic correspondent Rich Lane here and find out, do we have extradition treaties with Nigeria, Rich?
If we don't, we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's send Rich over there.
You know, and when you get that, I won't even say person, Back
individual?
here, yeah, we can invite them to come over to the American Legion Post 85. And,
For a beverage?
yeah, we can. I'm sure we could take care of them.
All right.
We'll leave it at that.
All right. Speaking of what's going on at the Post, we're going to get to that in just a minute. But we do got to take a quick break here. So, Dave, what's the number over there at the chamber for people to call?
334-1000.
Thank you very much. Time for a look at the weather forecast, which is being brought to you by our friends at Ready Whip.
Mostly sunny skies today with a high of 55 and a breeze from the northwest. There is a red flag warning all day today. Tonight, mostly clear and a low of 33 degrees. Saturday, sunshine and 60 degrees. Sunday, sunshine and 60 degrees again. Monday, mostly sunny skies at a high of 57. Tuesday, sunshine and 57 again. Wednesday, sunshine and 57 yet again. And on Thursday, a 40% chance of a shower. Partly sunny skies with a high of 54 degrees and a breeze from the northeast.
And outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street, where we do have mostly sunny skies. Still cold outside, 33 degrees. Topping off a dessert or swirling it into hot cocoa. Ready Whip is here to whip up some holiday cheer. Ready Whip is made with real cream, so pick up a can or two. That's Ready Whip.
You know, when you're paying the right price for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And when it comes to your insurance, there's no one better at getting the right price for your protection than Allstate agents Kara and Celeste Benjamin, because they know when it comes to your bank account, every penny counts towards something bigger, something better. Like a nicer car, that home update you've been dreaming of, or a phone that's fresh out of the box. Those little or big things that we work so hard for. And Kara and Celeste Benjamin want to help you work a little less by getting you the coverage you need and the savings you deserve when you switch to Allstate. Contact Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. 765-5000 for a free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands. And you're in good hands with Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. Savings vary based on the average annual savings reported by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate.
Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. To find out more about our services and for a quality conservative approach to investing, call us at 765-8880. Integrity, Trust, Service. The Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
This portion of the Coffee and program is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
It's Coffee and on ONAM and AM and FM. This is Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray and Rich Lane.
And Joe looked it up, by the way.
Rich
Rhode
Lane.
Island Football Club is playing next for what might be the
It
championship.
is. It is the USL Championship. It is tomorrow night at 7 at Bryant University. They're the home team.
And that's the club doing this great work here.
Yeah.
So that's really, really great. But they are the principal tenant of Tidewater Landing,
Yes.
which is the basic community replacement for McCoy Stadium.
Mm-hmm. They're taking on Charleston Battery, which I'm going to make an assumption that they're out of North Carolina. So
Sounds like they're all
there you go.
charged up
So
out there.
that's tomorrow night. This is pretty good. They started off so lousy
He didn't even listen to that joke.
No, was that a joke? Sorry, missed it, Dave. Sorry. All right.
Rich wants to talk.
Rich is all right over here. Rich Elaine from Post 85, American Legion Post 85. Tell us what's doing at the Post.
Hey, well, good morning to everybody. And we're going to start out with something that's not being done at the Post, but it's people that, we support over at AMVET 7 over in Woonsocket. My good friend Brian Camara is over there as the commander. And on Sunday, which is this Sunday, November the 17th, from 1 to 5 p.m., they're doing a spaghetti and meatball all-you-can-eat fundraiser. And that is $20 per person. They're going to have music and raffles. And, like every other American Legion or VFW post in Rhode Island, they need funds to survive. So this is the way they're going to do it on Sunday. So if you're hankering for some pasta and meatballs, go down there from 1 to 5 p.m. down at AMVET 7 in Woonsocket and enjoy yourself some good food. Now, at the Post, coming up on, and I actually did it in date order, so people that have a calendar in front of them out there can actually go, oh my God, I don't have to jump around, because Rich don't put things in chronological order.
Right.
So we did it this time.
All right.
Okay, so now on Wednesday, November the 20th, we have a Veterans Cafe going on at the American Legion Post from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Those of you out there that do not know, veterans out there that do not know what a Veterans Cafe is, it's for veterans primarily 60 and over. And you're probably wondering, gee, what benefits am I entitled to? How do I do this? What happens here? What happens there? Well, at these Veterans Cafes, we basically have every entity from the VA there that can answer just about any question you have or tell you where to get the answers to your questions. So if you're interested in that as a veteran, like I said, 60 and over, Wednesday, November 20th from 11 to 1 p.m., a lunch is provided. So, you don't have to eat before coming down there. We'll feed you, too.
Ooh.
All right? Next
I went to the last one, and
You
it was
did.
so informative. Like, I think it's even good for anyone, even if you're not a veteran or if you're an elected official, to know all of the programs that are out there. I got a bunch of business cards so that if someone calls me, then I know where to refer them, right? So it's...
And Melissa, the fact that you said an official, a political person, there's been a lot. I go to all the United Veterans Council meetings, and Joe Gennaro is the commander of that, and Joe does some fantastic work. I'll tell you,
Yes,
talk about
yeah.
a dogged. I mean, dogged is probably the best way to describe him. Joe goes after it.
Yep.
And we mention a lot about a lot of the, and you're in tune, Melissa, with a lot of the veteran affairs that are going on, stuff like that. But there's some of our politicians out there that are not. So you saying for them to come down to the Veterans Cafe and find out what's going on, that's great, because
it's absolutely critical.
Yep.
Just to have that information in your pocket and to know, like, if somebody calls you and they have a need, to know where to refer them.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. But like I said, that Veterans Cafe, Wednesday, November 20th from 11 to 1 p.m. Now we have Thanksgiving coming up, right? Now I'm going to tell you, all over the city of Woonsocket or any of these VFWs or American Legions or anything like that, if you're sitting alone on Thanksgiving, I'm sorry, that's your own fault, okay? Because there is so much going on around here. There's no reason for you to not be around somebody on Thanksgiving Day. Down at the American Legion Post on 870 River Street here in Woonsocket, we're going to have a Thanksgiving Day meal. It's going to start right around 1 o'clock. It's free. And I'm not even talking just veterans. If you're out there and you're struggling, and look, if you can afford to do Thanksgiving all by yourself and everything's cool and everything's fine, well, great, then do that. But if you are in need, you come down to the American Legion Post 85 on Thanksgiving Day right around 1 o'clock. We're going to feed you, okay? We have everything from soup to nuts for a Thanksgiving Day meal. So just come on down on Thanksgiving Day and enjoy some good company and some good food and look, no questions asked. You're going to come in, you're going to feel welcome like you're in your own home. That's the way we operate down there.
And it's as much about the company as it is about the food also, you know.
Oh, absolutely. You probably get an opportunity to meet me, which is going to be unbelievable.
Well, there you go. That's worth the price of admission.
Oh,
alone
yeah,
there, Rich.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, but no one needs to be alone, right? I
That's
mean,
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. In fact, you know, I tell this story to everybody. You know, if they say, "Well, we're going to look," my daughter, her husband, and my 2 grandkids come down, and this is the 3rd year in a row they do, and I tell everybody, look, if you want to come down there and have a meal, and you're, you know, if you can afford to give a little donation to the Post, you don't have to, but do that. And my daughter pulls out a checkbook and writes a pretty healthy check for a donation to the Post. And I says to her, well, you don't have to give that much. And she goes, listen, Dad, I don't have to shop. I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean.
Right.
So it's worth every dime to me, she said.
Yep.
So,
Just to not do the dishes.
yeah, correct.
Right.
That's correct. Yep. Now the next thing we're going on down there, which I absolutely love, and on Saturday, November 30th, from 11 to 2 p.m., we're going to do a Coke giveaway down the Post. And the other day, our commander is down in Florida. And he calls me the other day, and he says, yeah, Rich, he says, the coats that we're going to hand out on November 30th are going to be delivered, you know, down to the Post. He said, could you go down there and meet the driver? And I said, yeah, I'll be down there. I said, how many coats we got coming in? He says, well, I think we got 2 pallets, he said, and about 150 coats. I says, okay, figuring it's not going to take long. The truck pulls up, 6 pallets.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah. So the commander says to me, we're going to have to push
That's
this.
almost 1,000 Cokes, Kitty.
Yeah.
He says, he said, we're going to have to push this hard. I said, yeah, we're really going to have to push this hard. So look, folks, here's the deal, okay? This is a Coke giveaway not only for veterans, but it's for the community also. So any of you veteran organizations out there that are listening, or anybody out there, if you need somebody, if you know somebody that needs a winter coat, Saturday, November 30th from 11 to 2, come on down to the Post. There's no questions asked. It's like we're going to do our Thanksgiving. You just come down, you're going to feel right at home. We're going to have the coats laid out, all in different sizes, so you don't have to go rummaging through everything. We're going to have people down there that are going to say, hey, what are you looking for? You know, what size? And we'll walk you right over to the table. You know, we'll take care of you like that. And another great thing that's going to happen on that day, too, is that these were all adult coats that were delivered to us. And Dave, you're going to help me out with the pronunciation of the Buddhist place. Tzuchi.
Can I see it in paper?
Yeah,
I'm better when I'm reading
I don't know if
something.
you can understand my handwriting there in the biggest block down there.
Is it Zucchi? Is it Zucchi?
Oh, Zucchi, yeah, Zucchi.
Zucchi. They used to be around this area,
Yeah,
I guess, you know.
Zucchi fine. Yeah.
But I've got to go up to Upper Newton Falls where they're at. The two Zucchi.
Zucchi, yeah.
Zucchi,
The T is silent.
Zucchi Foundation.
Oh, it's actually not silent if you pronounce it the way they pronounce it.
right.
Because they go Zucchi.
Yeah.
Okay,
And there's
Zucchi.
actually a T there, but it's not the way we use a T.
Okay, so Zucchi Foundation in Upper Newton Falls, they're the ones that donate the children's coats. So
Nice.
I'm going to be making a trip down there and picking up the coats with our commander when he gets back. So we are going to have kids' coats. Okay,
Very nice.
I'll probably be able to give a little bit of a idea of how many kids' coats we got once I go pick them up, and I'll definitely will bring that back to the station and let people know. But like I said, Saturday, November 30th, 11 to 2 for the coat giveaway, and just let people know. You know, I mean, I know what I do, and some of the guys down the Post do. We put like 5 or 6 adult coats in our trunks. And if we go riding around, we see somebody out in the streets, homeless, that needs a coat.
Yep.
We'll pull over. Hey, here's a coat for you, you know. So one thing I did want to mention this morning, too, in WOON, Dave, you were down there with all the gear and everything. The Veterans Day celebration
that
over
was
on
nice.
Davison. Huh?
That
I
was
mean,
nice.
wasn't
We got
it
comments
It
from
was
all
really
over.
yeah,
great.
Melissa was there.
Yeah.
What a fantastic. Yeah, I've been to it pretty much every year, and This year, we knocked it out of the
Yeah,
park.
yeah. I would say it was very elevated from years past. I've been there every year since I helped to build the park, which is what, like
5, 6 years ago, I think that was.
I think it
was
was
it
longer.
longer
It
than
was
that?
longer. It was
Yeah,
longer
I'm just
than
getting
that.
old and feeble. I don't remember the 6.
Never feeble.
But yeah, it was
7 or 8 years ago. I don't know, but yeah, that was it was really nice.
Yeah, I did like the idea of, and it was the first year it happened that all the United Veterans Council organizations had their post colors.
Yes, that
And
was nice.
That had never
Yep.
happened, and then we had also had all the colors of the various branches of service.
Yep,
One thing I was
that was
very
nice
happy
also,
about,
yep.
though, the bagpiper. I mean, I loved the bagpiper that was there, and
And not just bagpipes, but drums.
Yeah, I see. There were drums there. Okay, I forgot. I didn't see.
You're talking about a post 85. You're not talking about.
No,
last
no, no. I'm
Monday.
talking about down
You
to
are-
Davison.
Yeah.
For the
Oh,
veterans.
on Monday,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
great.
On Monday
Sorry.
when you're doing your thing there. But
Unfortunately, the bagpiper never made it on the air.
no.
Well, it didn't get anywhere near a microphone.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he was off in the
And
distance somewhere.
We couldn't track it.
Well, see, that's good for
'Cause
us to
we can't
know.
put microphones on everywhere because when the motorcycles go by, you can't hear anything. So we have limited microphones, and they put the bagpiper where I didn't know they were going to be, and we didn't have a microphone on.
Well, see, we're going to have to straighten that out. I'll talk to Joe, and then next year we'll make sure there's something a little better so everybody can hear the piper.
Yeah,
But
they were
the thing
great.
the thing
I
that,
could have put a body pack mic on them,
yeah,
and it would have worked out just fine, but I didn't know to do it.
well,
Hey, there's no rehearsal for these things.
no, there isn't. We find that out the morning we get there.
We show up, we start up the generator, now there's electricity, then you set up the speakers, then you set up the radio and the TV, and there's no rehearsals.
But the piper
But
knew.
it was really nice. It was set up different
Yeah.
this time.
It
You
was.
could tell when the civilians in the city government who were very, very heartfelt about it and did the best they could, but when the veterans took over, wow, you saw a difference in the ceremony.
Yep.
The piper I thought was fantastic only because he knew 2 songs. So and I think the
And
first
one of them was the Marine hymn.
and you want to know what the best part about it was? Once and I can't remember. I think it was the Army. He piped first,
Yes.
and then that lasted maybe about a minute or so. But then he had to drag it out.
Yeah.
And the second one he played was the Marine Corps. And I'm standing there, of course, with my post-color flag. And the Marine Corps hymn went on for about 4.5, 5
Yeah.
minutes. And I was like, yeah. And believe me, that was pointed out to me at last night's UVC meeting,
Yeah.
which I was proud of. But
Yeah,
I don't know,
nicely
Joe,
done.
you got to do a break real quick?
I do,
here?
but
Okay.
before we do, someone, at least one person's watching online, which is nice. But they request that Rich stand up so people can read his shirt.
Oh, well, I don't know if I have to stand up. Maybe I can, like,
for the-
maybe. Huh? What if I, there we go.
And
If I
it's-
call you brother, it's because you have earned my respect with the Marine Corps emblem down there.
All right, very, very nice, Rich.
Yeah, I just.
A little louder. Say it a little louder, because you just stood up away from your microphone.
Oh, okay then.
In the room we hear.
Okay, so it says, if you call me brother, it's because you have earned my respect, and it's got the Marine Corps emblem on the bottom there.
Yeah.
So, something, yeah,
All right.
yeah, you know,
Very
I
nice,
love my Marine Corps, and I always will.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More is coming your way. Comments and questions at 766-1240. This portion of Coffee and sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. Remember that senior citizens receive a 10% discount. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
Christmas in New York City. The St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center is hosting a bus trip to New York City on Saturday, December 14th. We'll get you to New York, and the day is yours. See the sights, visit a museum, see a show, whatever you like. The day is yours. Tickets are $90, and the bus will leave from the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center parking lot at 6 a.m. For more information or to reserve your seats, call 401-486-9380.
It's Coffee and on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Dave Richards, Melissa Murray. Rich Lane is with us, and you still got more stuff going on at the Post.
Yeah, well, a couple of things I just want to mention. We're all done with stuff going on at the Post. And one thing I do want to mention out there, and it's going to sound a little bit, I can't let a whole lot of information out on it, but we had some people from one of the bordering, and I can't say their names because they asked me not to, and I'm not going to divulge their names, and I can't even divulge the donation right now. But if they listen to a Coffee In every morning, and they're going to know who they are when I say the donation that you gave to the American Legion Post 85 about a week ago when I visited you at your house. It is so gracious and so wonderful of you to do it, and it was a very large donation. And, folks, I just want to say out there, I recognize you, and I know you don't want me to give your name, and I won't, but just thank you so much for the donation you gave to Post 85, and we are going to make a veteran extremely happy with that donation. Another thing I wanted to mention, like you guys are all involved. Dave, I know the Milk Fund's involved in this, and St. Joe's Vets mentioned it last night at the meeting. Is the soup for supper thing, and I kind of want to. You guys know all about that, so I'll let you kind of handle this. But I want people to come to that on December the 12th up at St. Joe's Vets.
That's right.
It's such a good fundraiser because you pay your $20 and you go and you get to sample all the soups.
And you'll
It's
love to do
so
this.
good.
This year, well, last year, it was so well attended. They ran out of soup with an hour to go.
Yeah.
And people who had
Yeah.
bought tickets came up and said, there's no soup anymore.
No soup for you.
No soup for you, right?
It was regrettable, but it was the best we could do. The pre-sale of tickets indicated a much smaller crowd, but people came in early and bought tickets at the door.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do that this time. No tickets at the door. Buy the tickets ahead.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that now.
You better buy your tickets or
they have to
no
fix
soup for
that up
you.
because they can't let that happen again.
Yeah.
It completely blindsided them. So many people buying tickets at the door early in the evening. People who had purchased tickets previously got there and there's no soup left. And you just can't go and whip up, this isn't ramen noodles, folks. And whip it up 4 minutes in a microwave.
A couple of cans of Campbell's in the back.
Seriously, this is really good food, and it's a real meal, by the way, when you visit the various stations. I've eaten there each time they've done it, and it's very satisfying. But yeah, seriously, so they just can't. They have to do the pre-sale of tickets so that each person coming knows how much to bring.
See, I don't even know where the tickets are available. They never even mentioned that last night.
That
too.
information is coming.
Information
is coming.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have it here. Milk Fund appeal hasn't actually begun yet. We are all gearing up. Our Milk Fund auction is being constructed right now. The solicitation went out. We're getting donations in, and we're very, very happy about that. But it technically doesn't start until the day after Thanksgiving. So all that information will be coming. Melissa is setting up ads in every single edition of the Blackstone Valley Call-in Times, starting on Monday the 25th, that's a week from this coming Monday, there will be a big quarter-page ad about the Milk Fund, with the Milk Fund calendar and with spotlight ads showing you how to participate. So all that information is being culled and being put together in the pipeline now, Rich.
Awesome. Well, we all know that in fact, we were able to secure a date last night to do the celebrity bartender night again.
It's our third date.
Yes, yes.
We had one, and there was a conflict. We had another one. There was a conflict with something else. This is our third date, but it looks good to me.
Yes. We're talking December 17th,
And
right?
Joe Callahan's going to be there.
Joe's going to be there. Joe was there last year. We actually got a picture of the three of you with our
it's up at
treasure
the
Dave
bar.
Frazier up
Yep.
at the bar,
That's
big
right.
smiles. Dave looked like
I think I took that selfie. I don't know how I did that with everybody in it, but because my arms are the least
the
long
shortest.
of the. Yeah.
And Dave looked awful dapper there in his bow tie and
Yeah.
his shirt. He reminded me of Coach there on Cheers.
Cheers.
Right.
But
I think
yep,
I still have that bow tie. I might just do that.
there you go.
Maybe garters for the arms this time.
All right.
And,
All right.
and a striped shirt. How's that strike you?
There you
All
go.
right. But I'll tell you, we are more than happy to have you guys down at Post 85 doing the celebrity bartender thing and get a chance to meet all of you. They hear you on the radio. But folks, come on out and really support that because and if the weather isn't too cold or too bad and there's no snow on the ground, gives you an opportunity to go up to the Eternal Flame Memorial, take a peek up there too.
Yep.
So if you've never been there, it's a great opportunity. And the thing that happens that evening is that we'll have drink specials that night, and all the tips go toward the Milk Fund.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So go
So
there
tip
and
your bartenders.
that tip your bartenders extremely well.
Did I agree to
You
that?
know, yes, you did.
I did,
You don't
huh?
know it,
Wow.
but you did. You know, and I want to thank
All right.
because I want to thank our bar manager, Joe Marsh, and the bartender. I don't know who the bartender that normally is on that night from 6 to 8.
They've got the toughest job because they're there with three neophytes.
He had right.
Yeah.
Three
He had to
newbies
wrangle
that don't-
all of
that
us.
don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but you know they volunteer
Took it in
their
stride.
They volunteer their 2 hours of their bartending, you know, and realizing they're not going to get but tips. So, but they're there and they want to help. So everything's donated by the Post, but you know we just want to support the Milk Fund
Yep.
in any way we can. There's a lot of different entities I know out there to do the same thing. So. I've taken up enough of the time
All
this
right.
morning, Joe. Go.
I think it's just funny, you know, because the bartender's there, and when you say, "Is this the glass for a beer, Joe? That's a martini glass. Put it down."
Yeah.
Pick
We
up a
get-
plug.
I'll tell you what, if we could get away with that, man, we'd be the richest post around, wouldn't we?
All right, just other things going on. This is right up there with what's wrong with people, which is a pretty vague question, but
Can I
that's
take
a
this?
subject.
Can I
I
take
know.
this segment?
because this company has come out with their annual list of the world's most popular passwords that people put on their cell phones and on the different sites that they go to. And for the second year in a row, talk about no creativity. The top password is 123456.
Really?
Second year in a row.
Right.
Number two,
I've
That's going
never
away
used
though because a lot of organizations are
Well,
not
they-
accepting anything that
well, yeah.
doesn't have
Oh,
a character
capital
like
letter,
an
gotta have a
exclamation
character.
point or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
ones that don't. And number two, 123456789. People.
That's for the ones who are a little less lazy.
Yes. Number three is the actual word password.
Yeah.
What's your password? It's password. Number four is actually not a word, but it's the first 6 letters across the top row of the
QWERTY.
keyboard. It's
Yep.
QWERTY.
QWERTY.
QWERTY. And coming in number 5 is secret.
Secret is the password.
Secret is the password. I'm like, you got to come up with something more original.
Okay, so I'm
So you-
proud to say that I've never used any.
I've
of
never used any of
those.
those either.
Right.
In fact,
That's not true. I have.
have you?
Oh, sure. When I get a new machine, I have to put something in. I'll change it to something else later. But
It's funny that it's
I've actually used the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
that's actually a joke in the Mel Brooks movie Spaceballs. What's the combination to your luggage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like,
I wonder how many times, like, how they investigate hackers and things like that.
They must
And
use
I
that
wonder,
immediately.
I wonder how many times that, like, these investigations show that passwords like that were the cause. That'd be an interesting figure to know. It's like, was
And
it 50, 60% of the time?
I bet the hackers, that's what they use first.
Yeah, absolutely.
To see if it
Absolutely,
works.
yeah.
What I've noticed now is I got to start moving on, and you actually, and I guess it's a good idea, you actually got to make like a sentence and not actually use a word. Okay? So but you don't put any spaces in. And so something like, I like Bruins 3. So you just got to remember the number, of course.
Right. And like make the B capital. Or
and make the B
right?
capital, so that's why you have your capital letter, and then you put an exclamation point,
yeah.
Dave, if you want the special character. And so I've read that somewhere. People tend to remember sentences a little more than they'll remember their actual words.
Yep.
So
Or their
just
pet,
a little, just
their
a little
pets'
clue.
names, and I thought mine was obvious because mine always involves like one
They
of
tell
my
you
pets'
not to
names.
use pets' names or a significant other's name or something like that, because
I
the
always-
hackers somehow can figure it out. Don't do that. That's one of the bad things to do. So.
Wow.
But you don't use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be a little more original. Do it backwards.
I gotta try. I gotta try that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the liquor cabinet there at the post.
It might work. It might
work.
You never know. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. Thanks to Bill Gately and the Nehav guys that came in today.
Amazing.
Giving away the 5 cars. That's fantastic. You pulled 5, and then you pulled 5 alternates.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. And we'll have the actual giving of the cars coming up on November 23rd. So that's fantastic. And we thank those guys for coming in. Rich Lane, thanks for coming in.
Always good to be here, and I just want to thank Dave as the owner of this station for your support of your veterans. Henry's, us, everything. Thank you, Dave.
It goes both ways. Veterans support us.
That's right.
I mean, thank you very much. That's very good. But it goes both ways.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And Dave, thanks for coming in and taking over at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. Well,
I was stopped on 146.
Everybody.
Oh. Along with everyone else. Yeah.
What did I say on the air? I said, he's coming up 146. Need I say more?
Yeah.
Snickered.
Right.
Like I said when I came on, it's a lot different at 6 in the morning than it is at 8 in the
Oh,
morning.
yeah.
And Melissa Murray, thanks for coming in.
Yep. Thank you for having me back from a hiatus, but also going on vacay.
All right.
So I'll see you in a
Oh, that's
week
right.
or so.
Yeah. And hey,
Enjoy.
Gary and the gang going to be
I
here
shall.
at 9:30.
Do you remember it's coming up at 9:30? This is Joe Callahan. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll speak again on Monday.
And don't forget Tiki tomorrow.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. Critical fire weather conditions continue in Rhode Island and nearby Massachusetts, and a red flag warning is flying again. In effect all day today from the National Weather Service.